It's a sunny Thursday here in Monticello, and welcome to our virtual career fair. If you're a job seeker, you've made a wise investment of your time, one that can pay off in a new job, a new career, and a bright future ahead for you today. Certainly, we want to thank our business partners as well. My name is Tim Zipoy. I'm here at the Minnesota Career Force Center in Monticello, and I have the fortune of being our moderator today for our lively exchange of information and opportunity. So no matter if it's your first job, your next job, or your last job, you've come to the right place for resources, information, hope, and inspiration too. Today, you'll discover career tools to use and action steps to take. Today, we'll be talking with 4 great central Minnesota area companies, and all of them have immediate openings where you can use your skills, your talents, and advance your career and join their team today. The Minnesota Career Force Center system is here to help you start, advance, or change your career. We're here to help you with free individualized employment, education, and training options. We've got many free career events and workshops and much more. And Liz and I, my partner, we're certain that you'll be able to put a nugget in your pocket today. So with those things said, let's get started. And on that first screen then is our information about those companies that will be, well, I'll back up a step and say we have a chat box feature, and partner Liz will be monitoring that. So I would say, remember, this is your chance to be interactive, to be engaged. If you're a job seeker, let's use this as a platform to get answers and to learn more about these 4 great companies. And just use that chat feature, and Liz will be monitoring that, and I'll call those questions out as we go. Encourage you just to keep your line muted so that we can limit background noise and other complications as we go. And as always, re-record these sessions for future use as well. So with those things said, let's take a look at some of the companies that will be well, I'm going to one more comment today with regard to virtual career fairs. So glad that we're together. We found them to be effective tools or effective platforms where we can connect together and achieve goals together. We've been doing it for some months. So glad that you jumped in these times of isolation, kind of sort of to jump into a platform like this to connect with others, to explore and to learn more about career opportunities right here in our area. With that said, I want to talk then a little bit about some of these companies that we have the chance to spend time with today. We're going to be spending time with 3 area world-class manufacturers, along with a very, very strong company, Vision Transportation, Student Transportation, and other things. And they've got a wide footprint in and around central Minnesota as well. We're going to be visiting with Essilor, I-Core, and Blow Molded Specialties. And kind of a precursor, it occurred to me, when we listen to companies that are manufacturing companies in Minnesota, we should be very, very proud of who they are, what they do, the jobs that they create, the world-class manufacturers that they are, with truly a global presence right here from central Minnesota. So thank you for doing what you do to provide jobs and just really add a lot of economic vitality to our region. We'll be visiting with Essilor in St. Cloud, I-Core in St. Cloud, along with Blow Molded Specialties in Foley. And folks, when you think about manufacturing, remember, gone are the days that manufacturing is dark, dirty, and dangerous. And here are the times of clean, safe environments that are loaded with technology and innovation. And we'll hear so much more about that. And remember that there are positions in production and in management and support and technical. So just a real wide world of opportunities in manufacturing in our area that will be represented today, along with other opportunities to join great companies like Vision and the important work that they do in transporting students, transporting our future every day. And it's a chance to interact with students and be a part of their day as well. So lots to learn today. And thank you for joining us, job seekers. And thank you to these 4 great companies as well. Let's start the bus rolling. Let's go up to Foley. Let's spend time with Rihanna. Rihanna, we're real glad that you're here. We're excited to learn more about Blow Molded Specialties. And remember, job seekers, you've got that chat option. Put your feedback, your questions in there, and Liz and I will attend to that to make sure you get the information that you need. Welcome, Rihanna. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm really happy to be here as well. It is a beautiful sunny day in Foley. There's just a little clip of the outside of our building, so when you drive up, it looks familiar. Next slide. And then this is just a little blurb about myself. I started out at BMS here in January, and it's been really great and amazing. I'm the human resources generalist here, the only HR on site, so that's kind of fun and exciting. HR background in manufacturing and production at many different facilities. I think I just have a passion for not only people and connecting people with jobs, but manufacturing as well. Next slide. So who are we? We're BMS. We're Blow Molded Specialties Incorporated Midwest, located at 222 Brounder Drive here in Foley, just a short jaunt from St. Cloud on 23. It goes pretty quick, pretty nice drive. We're a plastics and manufacturing production plant. So some of the things that we produce here are one of the things that you see there's that rainbow play system. We produce their slides. So we do different slides. So you'll see out in the on the floor a bunch of slides and things like that, pieces of slides, but def tanks, different seating, different headboards for side-by-sides, ATVs, recreational vehicles, things like that. We have roughly 100 employees in the plant office and our support staff. We are greatly growing, which is super great and amazing, but it's also hard because we need all of you employees here to help us grow. Next slide. So as you know, as most of us are hiring, we have a lot of entry-level positions. We call those press operators. You don't have to have any experience. We will train you on the job and pay you for that training. There's a lot of room for growth and advancement. You can move into shift quality auditors. We're also looking for a process engineer with a degree and hopefully some manufacturing experience as well. And then I just put a little bit about our current positions. We don't just have press operators. Well, that is the bulk of our job. We do have quite a few other positions and growing into leads, trainers, subject matter experts, and things like that. So some of the great benefits of working at BMS, I like the growth and advancement opportunities. So if you take a press operator position, you can get trained and certified in C, B, and A classes. And then at each one of those, you'd gain some knowledgeable skills, but also increase in pay, and everyone likes that. We don't require the high school diploma or GED, although it's preferred, but I know that sometimes we have hardships and we don't want to keep those people out of the workforce. Our rate actually starts right now at 16, and then for the off shifts, it is 17.25 because there is a shift differential. And again, we do pay you for the training. We provide that quite extensively, and we'll give you whatever you need to be successful. We do for sure have a competitive benefits package where BMS pays, I think, like 75% of your medical. There's a 401k and HSA employer match. We provide all of the PPE for you. So even if you want some really cool safety glasses, we'll be sure to get those for you as well. We currently have an employee referral bonus program, so employees can get a little bit of extra cash that way too. Another thing that I love being new to BMS is that we get a yearly bonus. So I'm really excited about that. And anyone and everyone gets that. So I've worked at other companies where you had to start literally on the 1st of January to get that. That's not the case here. It would just be prorated for your percentage for that time that you worked in that year. So that's really cool. You can see that a lot lately. Another nice thing is the vacation. You get 40 hours at 3 months and then again at a year. We also have 9 paid holidays and a floating holiday. So what you can expect when you start out at Foley, I think the sun is always shining here. I think it's a really positive, happy environment, but also a really quick start. We can get you in. Our background checks are so quick. It's amazing. They turn around in a day. We have an extremely relaxed culture and environment, which most of the time does happen in manufacturing and production, but it's also in the office area. You can eat and drink at your station. We provide water, ice, coffee, cappuccino. They're free for as much as you'd like to enjoy. We also do a lot of food, snacks, things like that. We're going to be grilling here April 1st, so I'm really excited about that. You can listen to your own music, and there's always friendly, helpful people. There's actually a lot of friendships that have been made at Blow Molded. Stay warm when it's cold, right? Open communication, open door policy, and management are easily accessible. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, here's all of my contact information as well as BMS's information. So you can call me, that's my office number. You can apply at our website, but hopefully if you want to do some digging around about us and see who we are, we do have a social media presence. It's not the biggest yet, so I'm hoping to grow it. So I hope you like our pages. You can find us on Facebook, Indeed, and LinkedIn. So that is the end of my presentation, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for your time today. Good luck, job seekers, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know.
Thank you. Thank you, Rhiannon. Hey, one question I have, this is Liz Jennings. Do you ever hire high school students over the summer? I realize that there's manufacturing guidelines from Department of Labor, but are there positions that you could take summer staff?
Unfortunately, not at this time. You do have to be 18 years of age to work at Blow Molded.
Okay, okay. And then after a person applies, how long does the process take? You know, 'cause often we know when you want to get hired, you want to get hired quickly.
Well, the nice thing about being a smaller company is that I can get back to you as soon as that day or the next day. And then just depending on how fast you want to move, we can move you through. I've actually had people apply on like Wednesday or Thursday and have them start on a Sunday night or Monday. So it is a really quick
We're
process
losing,
depending on how fast you want to move through it.
losing, losing. I'm sorry, Rhiannon, we just lost you for a little bit, at least on my link. Can you just repeat what you said?
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay. Oh,
Can you
sorry. So
just
I was just
repeat
saying that
that comment?
the process is really quick. So I can get you started. I've had applicants apply on Thursday and I've started them Sunday night, Monday. So it's pretty quick process.
Great, thank you. Over to you, Tim. Oops, you're muted. Hold on, let's unmute Tim. There you go. Try it again.
All right. Thank you, Liz. And apologies for the technical glitch there, everybody. My name's Tim. I'm back in that moderator seat. And thank you then to Liz for keeping the things rolling as at least on my end, I was temporarily froze up. And I think that, Liz, you may have asked that question about, do you hire high school students there at BMS for any of the jobs that would fit them? And folks, I hope that you got your answer to that question. And Liz, too, thanks for helping to ask that question. Is that hiring process a quick one right there at BMS? So thank you, Rihanna. We appreciate your feedback. Sure appreciate hearing about career pathways, room for growth and advancement at your company. We appreciate that. She's Rihanna. She's with Blow Molded Specialties in Foley. She's going to stay with us to field your questions as we go. It's as easy as putting your information right in that chat feature. Remember, the Minnesota Career Force Center here, we're available to help you. We're a phone call away. You can find us online very easily. The phone number here in Monticello is 763-271-3700. 763-271-3700. It's just that easy to get started right here today. Let's move on. Let's visit with iCore Systems in St. Cloud and advance the screen and have a time to visit with Rhonda. Rhonda, please take the floor. Glad you are here today.
Hi, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about the opportunities available with iCore Systems. I've been with the company for about 3 years. Shortly before I started, iCore had been known as Talent Innovations, and iCore was Talent's biggest customer, one of their biggest customers. So it was a natural acquisition on iCore's part to take on a company as established as Talon. By joining iCore Systems, we became part of a much larger global company with still a small company feel. So it's really kind of a cool atmosphere that, you know, on a regular basis, I'm speaking with somebody in Korea or Scotland or Mexico. And we just really do have that small company feel, but there's a lot of opportunity across the globe for everybody. So what we do, we are the world's largest gas and delivery systems provider in the semiconductor industry. We have about 2,000 employees, full-time, and additional temporary employees as well. Our revenue has been steadily increasing, mainly because the market has been increasing like crazy. We've experienced some phenomenal growth in 2020. Part of that is, as you probably are well aware, the 5G footprint is expanding across the globe right now, and construction of that infrastructure is really taking off. So that's providing a need for our services and our products. In addition to that, COVID has pretty much brought everybody home and added the need for additional devices and additional equipment for working remotely and for attending school remotely, as well as so many items that we use on a daily basis that involve some sort of a microchip. So the need is there. You may have heard that there's a shortage in the microchip industry too. So it's all coming at us from every different direction. We couldn't be happier with the growth, but we can't hire fast enough. So there's opportunity for every position right now within our organization. I did want to mention too, since 2016, we were publicly traded under the NASDAQ symbol ICHR. So this is just a blueprint of our spread throughout the globe. As you can see, we've got mostly manufacturing sites in the US, but we do have a couple in Asia, one in Scotland, one in Korea, and then our newest company in Nogales, Mexico. Go ahead and go to the next screen. This is just kind of a flow chart of how we fit into the semiconductor supply chain. We are one of the top providers amongst our competitors in the fluid delivery systems. Our biggest customers are Applied Materials, ASML, and Lam Research, and all of those organizations provide directly to some of the big name companies that you might use products of every day, such as Samsung, Intel, and Micron. Go ahead to the next slide. I won't spend too much time on this slide. This is just a couple of pictures of our site in Sauk Rapids and some of our machines and some of the equipment that we produce. We do have a class 100 clean room as well as a weld room. Go ahead. We have about 400 employees between the three sites that are made up of what we consider iCore Precision Machining, or the Precision Machining Division. Those are one site, actually two buildings in Sauk Rapids that we consider one site. And then we have another site in Osakis, Minnesota, up by Alexandria. And then the third site I mentioned earlier in Nogales, Mexico. We have opportunities in welding, quality assurance, machining, post-machining, which is comprised of assembly, clean room, clean line, shipping and receiving, and materials handling positions. Right now, our biggest need is welders, machine operators, and assemblers. On the next slide, I've kind of outlined some of the career path opportunities that are available at all positions. And this is by no means all inclusive. Anybody can move into any department they're interested in. All they have to do is show some interest, and we'll work on a development plan for them. But a lot of our welders have moved into leadership opportunities. Quality assurance professionals have moved into CMM programming, quality technician, or quality engineering. Machining can move into CNC programming or other engineering positions. A lot of our post-machining people have moved across all positions within the post-machining group, or moved into machining or welding. And then there's a lot of internal opportunities that could include planning, accounting, purchasing, HR, engineering, and quite a bit more. And there really is potential for opportunities globally across all iCore sites. We've recently moved one of our manufacturing CMM programmers actually to our Mexico site. They'd always wanted to live somewhere warm, so that was exciting for them. And we're soon to bring on a finance director from Scotland to Sauk Rapids. So it's kind of exciting to have that intermix across the organizations and get to know other people from other areas. So it's really a lot of fun. You can go ahead and go to the next slide. Just want to talk a little bit about our benefits. I'm really proud of our benefits package. We do have a pretty robust program. We have a medical plan with 3 options. 2 of them are relatively low deductibles, $300 or $600 per person. And then we have a high deductible. It's not that high technically. It's about $1,500 per person or $3,000 per family. But the nice thing about that plan is that it's 100% covered by the employer for both the employee and all of their dependents, their entire family. So that's a nice benefit. We also have dental, vision, and then company covered life insurance and short-term disability. We have HSA and FSA programs available, 401k with the company match. One of our coolest benefit right now, especially with the growth that we're experiencing, is our employee stock purchase program. Employees have the option to divert a percentage of their wages every 6 months to that program. And then at the end of the 6 months, whatever is set aside can be used to purchase our company stock at a significant discount. And the way things are growing right now, we're watching our money grow in our stock purchase program plan portfolio. So it's really a fun, exciting benefit. We have an education reimbursement program as well that really helps drive a lot of that employee training and development that I mentioned earlier. And then we have company discount programs, a continuous improvement program that leads to bonuses, and then a lot of other benefits as well. I didn't mention we do have 4 shifts available. We have a first shift, a days, a second shift, a third overnight shift, which is only for assemblers, and then a weekend shift, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You work 3 12-hour shifts and you get paid for 40. There's a differential on the second shift of 10% on top of your regular wage. And then on the third shift and the weekend shift, there's a differential of 15% on top of your regular wage. For those that are interested in learning more, I've got some contact information here. My contact is the bottom. Again, my name is Rhonda. Also, you can check our website at icorsystems.com/career. Otherwise, we do have like Rihanna had mentioned, a Facebook page that we're trying to grow. It's not very big right now, but feel free to check it out. We try to keep that posted and updated pretty regularly. We're also available through our corporate LinkedIn page, and you're always welcome to reach out via email or call. We're hoping to schedule some tours beginning in May, and individual tours are possible sooner if you're interested in learning more. So feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all very good information. Rhonda, can you tell us one quick story about someone who might have started and you put them in a training session and then they've grown in some of their career pathways?
Sure. Yeah, actually, there was one fairly recent who he started as what we consider a saw operator. It's a very basic machine operator, pretty simple to learn. And he actually started as a temporary employee. Really enjoyed learning what he was learning and asked if he could try some of our CNC machines. So we moved him into the CNC department as a machine operator and helped him kind of learn his way there. At one point, we were really struggling in our weld room, and he volunteered to try to learn some of that. So we moved him into the welding room as well, and he did very well in there. Our welding department is a little different than most. We do what's called orbital welding, which isn't very popular in this area, so we do need to train those welders ourselves. So we have a pretty good training program in there, and he progressed very quickly. And then decided he wanted to go back in the CNC group and learn a little bit about Swiss machining, which if you know anything about machines, it's a pretty lucrative department to have experience in. So we moved him in there, and now he's probably the one person in the shop who's worked in every department. And he's on his way now, I think, to a leadership role of some sort. That's kind of his interest, and that's what we're grooming him for. And I really think we have a lot of potential with him. I think it's exciting.
Thank you, Rhonda. Tim Zippoy, moderator, first attempt here to be moderator. And Liz, thank you so much for carrying the weight, as I've experienced a technical glitch a time or two over, but thank you for allowing me back into conversation. Rhonda, quick question for you from one of our job seekers. The question would be, do you have any internal opportunities to be working from home these days? Internal opportunities working from home at your company?
Right now, and it hasn't been posted yet, but there is a purchasing position that will be coming down the pipeline that would be available for an internal position. Otherwise, our engineering positions might be, that could be something that could be negotiated as at least part-time and remote and part-time on site. But unfortunately, most of our manufacturing floor work needs to be done on site.
Right.
Question.
Thank you, job seeker, for your question. Thank you, Liz, for getting it out there. And thank you, Rhonda, for good information about opportunities to join the team at ICOR, a worldwide presence, a global manufacturer, and great opportunities to join their team really all across the board, whether it's on the production floor or if it's in office and technical or support, lots of opportunities, lots of pathways. Thank you so much, Rhonda. And stick around. We may have some questions as we go. Thank you, ICOR. Let's move on. We're going to turn the wheel just a little bit differently. We're going to have a chance to visit with Vision Transportation. We're going to be speaking with Daryl. We're going to be learning more about opportunities to be a professional driver. He's got some great opportunities and certainly some exciting news to share with regard to training and some incentives that they're offering for us to stop by as job seekers. Welcome, Daryl. The floor is yours. Please take us through.
And thanks to all the job seekers that are attending the fair today. And yeah, we do have a few positions available. We have an assistant position available, which helps, I guess, students get on and off vans or maybe a bus. And then we have a van positions open where we'll have a van do some of the smaller routes, maybe inner district, drive between routes or shorter routes for a bus. And then we have bus drivers that we could use for bus driver. We're always hiring for bus drivers. It's a good job. It's a pretty good position. We offer it at $18 an hour with an attendance bonus. But we're also looking for what they call trip drivers, which trip drivers are drivers that they do charters in the afternoons. They'll for a lot of sports teams, basketball, football, soccer, and they mainly go in the afternoons and stuff. But we are offering a $100 gift card for the first 25 applicants to schedule an interview with our compliance department, and come in, fill out an application, and go over whether it's a good fit. So come on in and schedule an interview for us. You can, we have a lot of different things going on today, Tim. We're also have a Easter hunt that is, well, I see the screen is, it'll probably be next, but we also have a donut and drive day. And we're just starting that like every other Thursday or so. Well, come on in. If a lot of drivers think that a bus is a little intimidating, that it's a little too big for you to drive, or but we take come on in, have a cup of coffee and a donut, talk about the bus. We'll go on the bus, and we have a little course set up in our facility here in Elk River, and we'll show you little things about it. And then you can drive around our facility a little bit and show you how real easy it really is. There again, you can. We're going to start doing that every other Thursday. So yeah, just give me a call there, 763-204-0052, and or you can, anytime you want to drive a bus, give me a call and I can schedule it at a different time as well.
Daryl, Daryl, just to interject, maybe we should take a moment or two to talk about the training, the licensure, and sort of that process. Let's say I'm interested, but I don't know if I have the right license or not, but I'd sure like to learn more about that. And I think other job seekers today may as well. Daryl, could you please make some comments around the training that you do, the licensure that you need to have, please?
Great question. Yes, we do. We offer free training. We have if you don't have a CDL, we have a permit class here, and we'll pay you to go to that trip. It's a pretty good class. It takes a lot of practice tests for the permit class that you will need to take at the DMV. And then once you get your permit, once you feel comfortable to take your permit test at the DMV, then you take that, but bring your permit back here. And then we have a behind the wheel tester here on our staff, and we have a road course out in Big Lake that would be able to help you take your road test and certify you as a CDL driver. And we'll bring you from A to B all the way through. But we always wait until you're ready to take your road test, and when you are ready, when you think you feel that you know all that you're comfortable with the bus, then we'll go take you the question or take you there and get your CDL. So it's a pretty good deal. You do have to be 18 years of age or older, have a good driving record, and we'll do a background check on you. Let me see. So,
Maybe some comments, Daryl, around the hours that you're looking to fill. Now, I suspect that these might be some earlier morning hours, they may be some afternoon hours, and maybe with van driving and other things, there might be some hours in between. But Daryl, help us better understand kind of the typical nature of the work day as far as hours go, please.
Sure. Yes, sometimes, or all routes are a little different, but in general, we'll start at 6 in the morning until 9:30, 9 or 9:30 midday, and then come up back again at 2 o'clock until 5 in the afternoon. So it's a roughly about 6 to 7 hours a day, and it's a split shift, but it kind of gives people, a lot of retirees or school people, to do a little bit of their homework in the middle of the day, or errands that they have to do in the middle of the day. It works out pretty good for a lot of retirees to be able to get things done in the middle of the day.
Thank you, Daryl.
Uh-huh.
Their Vision Transportation there in Elk River, they can help you get the license that you need. And Daryl, we should talk about the fact that this is kind of unique work, kind of special work, in the sense that what a great opportunity to be a positive impact in a young person's life. You can be that person that greets that young student with a smile every day. How are you today? And start that young person on the right foot so that they can learn the most that they can at school that day. But what a meaningful and rewarding occupation, and what a chance to interact with the future, interact with our young people, and be a positive part of their lives every day. It's not every day, as this slide shows, that you can get a corner office with a view and no weekends. And I think I would add too that that view changes right along with the countryside that you're rolling through. But what a great job it is. What an awesome responsibility as well. They'll help you learn how. They'll help you do it right. They'll help you do it legally with your licensure, and you can be a part of a successful student transportation company right there at Vision Transportation in Elk River. They've got a large footprint. You see them in and around our area. I see them often in and around Wright and Sherburne counties and beyond, and it's a great opportunity to join the team. Daryl, further questions or comments you would like to make?
I did want to mention that we do have a Easter hunt is on. We're going to have it April 1st, and it's open to the general public up here at Elk River. It's 12508 Elk Lake Road, and we're going to have it from 1 to 3. And there's prizes for the kids. They'll be able to climb in and out of the buses, and we're going to have a bike giveaway. And it'll be real fun for the kids. It's during spring break, so it's it should be, hopefully they'll be available from 1 to 3. And it's also a food drive with Care Foods. So if you had a non-perishable item, we would be happy to take that in for them. And but yes, if you have any more questions, please contact me at recruiter at recruiter at visionmidwest.com, or you can call us my cell phone 763-204-0052. Thank you very much.
Very good, Daryl. Thank you for being a part of our session today. And thank you, Liz, for keeping that current information in the chat box. That phone number, 763-204-0052. And there before you in that chat feature is Daryl's email, recruiter@visionmidwest.com. They're looking for bus drivers. They're looking for van drivers. Lots of opportunities to join the team. They'll help you get the license that you need. And what rewarding work it can be for you as it relates to Vision Transportation, and great opportunities to be involved in the student transportation industry. And again, thank you so much, Daryl, for joining us. And I just wanted to comment too. I think it speaks greatly to your corporate culture, the values that you have when you talk about the fact that you've got events in your community for children and events for Easter and so forth. I just think that speaks real highly of your company. And job seekers, it's your chance to join a team that's well grounded and community centered and offers great training and advancement opportunities. They'd love to have you. He's Daryl. He's with Vision Transportation. His phone 76.
We're losing Tim again. Oh no.
Back to St. Cloud. We're gonna. Oh,
there we go. You're back now, Tim. We lost you for a minute.
Okay. So I'm not sure what all you of the Vision Transportation Company, the fine work that they do, and the great career opportunities that they offer. So I'm hoping that you heard most of those things. And if not, let's circle back on the questions that you might have around Vision Transportation. Let's move. Let's advance our slides. Let's go back to St. Cloud. Let's visit with Essilor and spend some time with Sarah. Sarah, welcome. The floor is yours.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm super excited to be here today. I get to work with Essilor remotely in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I have the opportunity to support labs all across the United States. I work primarily on our East Coast labs, and more locally to my St. Cloud area. We have 3 labs actually in the St. Cloud area. We have 2 in St. Cloud. Those are DBL and Precision. They're on the same road. You can actually wave at one from the other. And then we have another full production lab in Sauk Rapids called Custom Eyes. Essilor is a global company. We've actually been around for about 170 years. We started in Paris, France, and since then we have become a global company. With that, there's tons of opportunity for lateral growth, upward growth, and it's really fun to support a company that has so much growth opportunity. One of my favorite aspects of my job working with Essilor globally is that I get to work with our internal candidates. They apply just like our external candidates, and I'm able to really get a lot of feedback from positions within the labs, our corporate roles, etc. And it's really fun to be able to connect our internal candidates with careers all across the Essilor platform. And likewise, I love the opportunity of getting to connect with our external candidates and connecting them with meaningful jobs that really start them on a path to a forever career. We produce eyeglasses, eye lenses. Thank you, Liz, for changing the slides. We produce eyeglasses, eye lenses. In our St. Cloud market, we have 3 fast-paced full production labs. The labs all produce eyeglasses, eye lenses. It is a temperature-controlled environment, so it's not hot, it's not cold, it's perfectly controlled. We have a very relaxed business casual work environment. Steel-toed boots, nothing like that is required, but fully enclosed shoes are required. Some fun benefits, we do offer full-time healthcare benefits, medical, dental, vision. One of the sort of interesting things about working for an optical industry is that you have an opportunity to get free eyeglasses, free lenses for you and your immediate family. I'm an eyeglasses wearer, so that's really appealing to me. I couldn't wear it today because my light blinds it, and then you wouldn't be able to see that I have a head. We have 80 hours of paid time off. You actually get the first 40 on day 31, and you accrue the additional 40 as time at your 12-year or at your 12-month mark. You actually get the full 80 hours of paid time off. Recently, I've gotten lots of questions about our COVID-19 practice and procedure. Most of our positions in the lab are on-site positions. We do offer several remote positions. and we can sort of get into that later on. But we do have breaks between each shift, so that way there's a clean break, there's cleaning that happens in between that. There's a separate entrance and a separate exit. Masks are required throughout the building for the duration of the time in there. Temperature checks and then COVID-19 questions are asked. We are asking all of our employees to be really vigilant with themselves, their friends, their families. If they're not feeling well, to not come in, and then obviously get tested. So that's a little bit about what we're doing there for COVID-19 practices. Move the slide, Liz. Thank you. And then as far as available positions within our St. Cloud Sauk Rapids market, we have tons and tons. I think I counted 40 plus open jobs. We're actually getting ready to hop into one of our busier seasons. Certainly not the busiest. Fourth quarter is actually our busiest season, and we offer lots of overtime then. And some industries, fourth quarter slows down, but for us, we're really, really ramping up. And overtime starts after 40 and pays time and a half. But as far as our St. Cloud, Sauk Rapids area positions, we have data entry. For that, over there, you can see the job requirements for all positions, with the exception of our group lead or shift supervisor roles. We do a 2-week training period. We call it our Esler University. So you'll get on the job training and then also some classroom training. Some of our customer service representative roles are actually remote, even if you live in the St. Cloud, Sauk Rapids area. If you're looking for a fully remote position, we have several customer service representative positions open, East Coast, Central Time, and Pacific Time as well. And then our production associate, machine operator, maintenance technician roles, those are all fit within the standard job requirements. Again, we have training for all of those roles, and we have a fun incentive for our second and third shift positions right now. We're offering a $750 sign-on bonus for anyone working the production and or maintenance technicians on second and third shift. And that $750 is paid after 90 days of employment. Some things to know, I really do like to make sure that all of my external candidates sort of know what they're getting into. The positions as far as the production or maintenance technician roles, they do require that you stand or walk for the duration of the shift and that you're able to lift up to 20 pounds. I say up to 20 pounds because it's optical production. You'd be very far-fetched to pick up anything more than 20 pounds in this industry. Could you go to the next slide, Liz? Perfect. So our shifts are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., and that is across all 3 of our labs in the St. Cloud, Sauk Rapids area. Second shift is Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., and pays an additional $1.50 shift differential. And then our third shift is Sunday through Thursday. We threw it out there a little bit for the third shift, and that's 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., and that's a $2 shift differential. And again, those second and third shifts, we have a $750 sign-on bonus for the lab tech or production associate positions and maintenance techs. Thank you. Our application and interview process is pretty streamlined. You apply online, and that is a link that you can use. You can upload your resume. I talk to lots of people who don't have a resume. No worries whatsoever. If you have the availability to send me an email with some job history, that's super helpful. If not, we can schedule some additional time to take down your job history and create a resume over the phone. Likewise, on the next screen, which we don't have to get there, if you need a link to apply, I can text that over to you. But otherwise, the application and interview process is pretty expedient. You'll complete a 15 to 30-minute phone conversation where we'll review your resume or job history information, the positions that we currently have available, and then we'll really make sure that the position that you're applying to aligns with what you're looking for your career goals. After that brief phone interview, while I have you on the phone, we'll schedule that on-site interview. You'll meet with the hiring manager face-to-face. You'll do another sort of brief interview, and then you'll do a tour of the production environment, and you'll see firsthand what that position looks like. And then after that, Generally, we have feedback within 24 hours if the hiring manager will be extending you a job offer. From there, you sign your offer electronically and you start your pre-employment screenings. We do 2 pre-employment screenings. We do a 10-panel drug screen test, which is you take on site, so it's pretty easy to do. And then a federal and county background check, which you initiate from the comfort of your phone or your computer. And I will say you can sign your offer, initiate your background check all from your phone, nothing that you do for pre-employment, minus the drug screen you have to come on site and sign or do. Next screen, please. Again, those are our 3 St. Cloud or Sauk Rapids locations. They're within a pretty drivable distance from one another. The really interesting thing about my St. Cloud lab is that there is so much lateral and upward movement because there are 3 labs to sort of pick and choose from. I talk with lots of candidates who have worked in our surfacing department for 12 years. They're ready to move on and they want to go finishing or mailroom. So it's really fun to work with my internal candidates and sort of find positions that work best for them. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can call or text that number 704-323-8227. If you need a link to apply, text that number. I'll send you over that link, or you can email me. But otherwise, it was a pleasure getting to speak with you about Esseler. If you have any questions, please reach out.
Thank you so much. She's Sarah. She is with Human Resources. She's the person that can help you join the team at Essilor. Sarah, I did have a couple of quick questions for you. First off, though, I wanted to talk about the fact that I heard you mention Essilor University, and surely that talks about a significant investment in employee development, employee retention, and again, it speaks to your workplace culture. Job seekers, we sure heard a lot about career pathways, advancement opportunities, and Liz's, or rather Sarah's words of upward movement in and around those facilities in the St. Cloud and Sauk Rapids area. We sure appreciate your keen insight. Sarah, I had a quick question as it relates to public transportation in the St. Cloud area. I suspect that there might be some public busing or public transportation that might roll very near to some of your facilities. Do you know about that?
Yeah, actually in front of our DBL and Precision Optics labs, they're on the same road. Again, you can see one from the other. About a block away is the nearest bus stop or
Nice,
public
nice.
transportation stop.
Good to know. And maybe, Sarah, comments around, do you have summer employment opportunities for young people? Should they be 18 to start thinking about applying with your organization?
You do have to be 18 years or older. It is a production environment. And actually, the positions that we have right now are full-time permanent positions, which means that they're eligible for paid time off and healthcare benefits. At this time, I don't think that we'll have any seasonal or temporary work, but that could certainly change.
Thank you so much. And I also have a question for all of our business and employer guests today. And my question to you is this. Are you second chance friendly? Are you fair chance friendly? Do you work with those people that may have had some engagements with the legal system? I'm trying to find the right way to say there are lots of different folks looking for opportunities out there. And Sarah, if you had any comments to make around that question, please do so. And for those of you at our other companies, if you would add maybe your response into that chat box, I'd be happy to call them out. But I just wanted to address that with the group today. Sarah, any comments you would like to make?
Yeah, so we do run a federal and county background check. It goes back 7 years. Certainly, we will have background check hits. All of that goes to our corporate HR office, and they ultimately make the final decision. But I have seen several hits come back on a background check, and our candidates are able to start. It's really generally a conversation post that.
Thank you for your keen insight on that matter. I appreciate it. And so we had before a slide or two before us. I appreciate Sarah's insight into their process of hiring, starting off with applying online. And she even said that they'd help you get a resume together. Now, remember, the Monticello and St. Cloud Career Force Centers, we're also able to help you get your resume together. We can help you better understand where the job leads are and maybe sharpen your job seeking skills, your interviewing skills, and so much more. But I wanted to say back again to Sarah, thank you so much for joining us and giving us good insight into your company, your worldwide footprint, and how it is that we can easily join your team and put our skills and talents to good use at your company. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Job seekers, we've had a chance to visit with 4 great companies so far. And if you have questions, please put them right there in that chat box. We'd be happy to have this opportunity to reach out directly with these folks that are wanting to hire you today. This is your chance to ask questions and get the answers and take the action steps that you need to join the team at Essilor and St. Cloud, Icor and St. Cloud, Blow Molded Specialties and Foley, and Vision Transportation out of the Elk River area. With that said, I sure want to thank you, companies, for joining us. Then I want to talk about the slide that's just before us now to remind you that first picture, or the slides before us now in the presentation. Thank you, Liz, for getting us here. Are just some directions back to the local career force centers that are available to you. So remember, first job, next job, or last job, we're here to help you with resources, information, hope, and inspiration. We're a phone call away, we're a click away, and that's what those pictures look like, or will be looking like soon as the snow melts away, and we're working on that here in central Minnesota today too. So in Monticello, we're at 406 East 7th Street, very easy to find, 763-271-3700. And in St. Cloud, very easy to find. We're right at the campus of the St. Cloud Community and Technical College. 320-308-5320 is just that easy to make your next move by connecting with the Career Force Center. Remember, these are our free services, individualized services, and jobs that focus on high wage, high growth, high demand occupations, occupations that pay well, occupations that offer advancement opportunities. These are the things that can be available to you through partnership with the local Minnesota Career Force Center system. Whether you're in St. Cloud or the Monticello area, we'd sure like to be a part of your success. Let's move to the next screen. There, a little bit of information about a couple of partners in the Career Force Center system. Now remember, these Career Force Centers, we have many great partners to include Minnesota's Department of Employment and Economic Development. They've got great tools like Career Force MN. It's just a rich repository of information for you as a job seeker looking to change your next job, find your next job, start your next job, and so much more. Labor market information, online training sessions, and more can be found at Career Force MN. Other partners in the Workforce Center or Career Force Center system include Veteran Services. If you're a veteran or know of a veteran, we'd sure like to connect with you and help you find a job that meets your desires right here in our area. Other partners include Career Solutions and Central Minnesota Jobs and Training Services. Job seekers, both of those entities are all about helping you if you are currently unemployed, underemployed, been downsized, been laid off. We'd sure like to help you. We've got some excellent career counselors that you can partner up with. We have some fantastic training resources. We can help you maybe get some short-term classroom training. We do an awful lot of what is called on-the-job training, and we'd sure like to tell you more about the tools and resources that are available to you as job seekers, both at Career Solutions and Central Minnesota Jobs and Training Services, along with our other Career Force Center partners, Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development, Veteran Services, Rehabilitation Services, and others. We call it the Career Force Center. We're here for you with resources, information, hope, and inspiration. Whether it's your first job, your next job, your last job, we're a phone call or a click away. Let's see what that next slide's got for us, Liz. Yeah, so great example of that great tool in your job search toolbox called MinnesotaWorks.net. MinnesotaWorks.net is free. It's easy to use. It's a job bank that you can do 2 things. Certainly, you can view active open positions, and it's a very, very easy system to use. You create your account, and then inside this frame, we can see a little window about just how easy it is to search through the data. You can look for jobs in a certain county, or so many miles from your zip code, or a keyword search, or an occupation search. It just couldn't be any easier. It's called MinnesotaWorks.net. And it's also kind of a two-way street there, job seekers. It's your chance, again, to look at active openings and positions in the area, such as some of the companies that you see listed before you. And also, it's a chance to put your resume into the system so that companies like Icor, companies like like the others that are here today can find you. It's a great tool. We'd be happy to help you use it successfully. It's called minnesotaworks.net. Give it a try. Let's look at the next slide. All right, so here's a little bit of upcoming information. Always things new and fresh happening at the Career Force Center, because remember, we want to help you be successful, whether it's your first job, your next job, your last. We're here to be partners in service to you and always working on new and helpful things. So just know that you can tune in on some upcoming events. Where this Tuesday, the 23rd, Liz and her team is heading up what they out there. They're looking into all kinds of different careers. They call it Exploring Careers. They've got a government job session happening Tuesday, the 23rd at 2:30. And listeners and job seekers, thanks for coming today. And just let your friends, let your family know that we do an awful lot of good work with virtual career fairs. We've got another one coming for you. Now, I suspect that many of you are going to jump on these great jobs today, but share the word that we've got another one coming, Virtual Career Fair number 2, happening March 25th, again at this hour of 10 o'clock. Another great opportunity. And also, April is Technology Month here in Minnesota, and Liz and her team's got another exploratory sort of a session and explore tech careers happening there on Tuesdays in April 6, 13, 20, and 27. Lots of opportunities there as well. Next slide. Here again is that fantastic tool in your in your career toolbox, rather, called Career Force MN. Thank you so much to Dean and our state partners for putting this fantastic tool before us as career seekers, career changers, those looking for our next move. And so we can go to Career Force MN and find out more about these active and upcoming events, whether they be virtual, some of them even may be live. And so it's a statewide calendar with hiring events, no matter where you're at. And Liz, thank you so much for putting that into our information. Let's see what we have next. All right, Liz, I think that we're getting near to the end of our time with our job seekers that have invested an hour with us, and we are always appreciative of our business partners that share with us career opportunities. Lots of good information here today. My email address, my name is Tim Zipboy. It's there before you. I'm with Central Minnesota Jobs and Training Services. I'm a business services coordinator. And also a shout out and a thank you to my partner, Liz Jennings. She's an outstanding employer engagement specialist with Minnesota's Department of Employment and Economic Development. I truly couldn't have asked for a better partner today in our virtual career fair and the time that we have invested together. Remember that the Minnesota Career Force Center has a help desk. It's staffed for us Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. We can check them out at careerforce@state.mn.us, or it's as easy as grabbing that phone and dialing 651-259-7501. That's 651-259-7501. All the help you need is just a call or a click away right there at the Career Force help desk. We're happy to help you with those things. And remember to check out minnesotaworks.net, the state's job bank. It's a great place to find your next job. It's a great place to put your next resume so that people like Sarah, people like Rhonda, people like Rihanna, and people like Daryl, our great business partners today, can find you and offer up your next job. Job seekers, thank you so much. Appreciate your investment with us. Business partners, thank you so much for your valued contributions in helping our job seekers understand the many great opportunities to be successful new members of your team. Job seekers, last call to you. If you have questions or comments, please put them in the chat box now. And Liz, I'm just going to kick it to you to say, Liz, do we have questions or comments that we should be talking about right now?
No, we're all good. There was one question towards Sarah, and Sarah answered that behind the scenes. Thank you for doing that. So yeah, I just want to reiterate all the things to the business partners. We strive to make that match between the job seekers and the employers. So we couldn't do it without both and all of you.
Very good. Yep, we're in it together. And thanks to Dee, thanks to Liz, and thanks to our business partners. And thank you, job seekers, for attending virtually today. And remember, there's a place for you with any one of these fine companies, whether it's your first job, your next job, or your last job. They'd be happy to help you. Remember, this session has been recorded. It will be available for you, and you can reach out to Liz or myself. We'd be happy to help you. Thanks again to our companies that came. We're the Minnesota Career Force Center system. We've got lots of information for you. How can we help you best today? So thank you one and all for coming. Wishing you the best of day today. And thanks again for honoring us with your investment of time. We're happy to help you and wishing again the best of day. Thank you. Take care. And let's talk again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.